Hey everybody, welcome back to 14 Rings and NFC East podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Mal, Maurice, and JT, and we are going through our off-season grades so far. We've did JT's Cowboys grades last week with JT with his super hot take. Make sure you guys check that out. Just want to make sure that everybody make sure that you guys comment, like, subscribe to us. We are on our way to our first 1,000. Right now we are around. We actually grew quite a bit since the draft. Really appreciate all of our draft love from you guys, and especially with our live draft episode, guys. We got over 2,000 views on that live episode. So very much thank you guys again for tuning in on that.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys tune in on all of our future stuff, whether it's live or not. We always have new content coming out. When the schedule releases this Thursday, we will be making sure that we do solo episodes reacting to that for each one of our teams. So make sure that you guys check that on Friday and Saturday. I will have those up as soon as possible. That being said, I've taken up enough of the lady of the podcast's time, and I'm going to give the ball over to Mal. Mal, before you troll me and Maurice, because I know it's happening, did you all have a good week?
Yeah, it was a good week. Can't complain.
Yeah, I bet you can't. All right.
No, because you know why? We got the broom. We got the broom. How about them Knicks, guys?
Respectfully go kick rocks.
How about them Knicks?
What's that? Knicks in 4, right?
We sweeping. I said Knicks in 6, but I guess I undershot the team. I mean, hey, listen. GG's, everybody. GG's.
It's already
okay. Our GM got fired tonight. I'm pretty happy about that. You can check out my reaction to that on 14 Rings, not 14 Rings, sorry, the Sixer Sense podcast in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, enough trolling from me.
JT's loving all of this. JT, who's your basketball team again? Who's your team again? Did they make the playoffs?
But at least I know if they get to the playoffs, they can at least get to the finals. I ain't gotta worry about nobody that's shaped like glass.
Ooh. All right. How many titles you guys got?
Anytime JT has a chance to take a shot at a Philadelphia sports team, he takes
Anytime. But
we
yeah, so that was fun.
More is on the way.
Okay.
More to come, as we say. But enough about basketball, guys. Let's get into football. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
We're going to be ranking. No, it's okay. The New York Giants off-season. So I'm going to go through the coaching changes first. Then I'll go through free agency and then through the draft. And then my grades for each. And then my overall grade for the off-season. So
don't forget trades.
We didn't have any.
Okay, all right. No
trades for us.
And UDFAs count in your free agency.
Okay. Yeah, they're whatever. I don't know if any are really.
Also, I'm just saying, let us sign Bryce Ford Whedon. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
Let the Commander. Yeah, I want him.
Sure, you can have him.
Okay, cool. That's all I have to stay on brand,
my
guys.
permission. That's my permission. You can have him.
I appreciate the blessing.
So, biggest news of the off-season so far, guys, that we're going to evaluate is the hiring of head coach John Harbaugh. That was definitely our biggest off-season move after moving on from Brian Daboll. The Giants are going to be going into this season with a completely different coaching staff. The only coaches that remain from the old staff are Charlie Bullen, run game coordinator, outside linebackers coach. And I believe we have one more. And it's Willie Taggart, running backs coach. Those are the only two that remain. Everyone else is completely different. So I'm not going to get into each individual positional coach. But the main changes that were made, John Harbaugh, head coach, Chris Horton, assistant head coach, special teams coordinator, Matt Nagy, offensive coordinator, Dennard Wilson, defensive coordinator. I said Matt Nagy, offensive coordinator, not defensive coordinator. Dennard Wilson, defensive coordinator. Notable mentions, Mike Bloomgren, offensive line coach, and Greg Roman, senior offensive assistant. We talked a lot about the coaching changes over in the offseason. For the strict hire of John Harbaugh alone, I give this an A-. I'm very high on Dennard Wilson. I think he's going to do very well with this defense with a different scheme. Matt Nagy is my only one that I'm not sure of. Chris Horton, I love the hire for special teams. So A- on the coaching hires. Really excited to see Harbaugh at work. We hired a very successful, most likely Hall of Fame head coach let's see what he can bring to the Giants after, the Dable era. And one thing that I had mentioned to you, Lucas, was that there's a quote from him directly saying he wants to bring the bully back to New York. From what we can tell through what's been happening so far, John Harbaugh has these guys hard at work. Previously, Brian Dable did not care what they really kind of did. He cared, but they were lazy. He was rather lazy in his coaching, so I'm interested to see how Harbaugh has their head in the game when it comes to the season and when it comes to training camp. So A- for coaching hires for me. Do you guys want to go around and give your grades?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Let's do it.
I'll go ahead and start here. I think it's an A- as well. I am worried about Maggie. I'm not a big fan, if I'm being completely honest. I think that was probably like the one thing that could hold you guys back from really making good progress. But you have to be willing to be proven wrong. But his time in look, he's a fake OC when he was in Kansas City, because we know who's actually calling the plays in Kansas City. It's Andy Reid, okay? And then his time in Chicago, I did not like how he developed quarterbacks there, so I do worry about that for you guys. That being said, having a former Redskins player as your special teams guy, I always will support Chris Horton. So, I think an A- is fair, and I'm willing to. We were looking at your DC as well before we landed on ours, so I'm okay with it. DT or Maurice?
Go ahead, DT.
I don't know. I'm kind of teetering between a B+ and an A-. The Nagy hire is a question mark for me because the past that I've seen him be a coordinator, I'm not sure if he fully tapped into what he truly can do. But maybe a change of scenery could help benefit him, and having Harbaugh under him to kind of control the offense. But overall, not bad on the hires that you have, as well as retaining Bullen. I think that was kind of your best one because the defense really had a major turnaround with him taking over, especially with just executing pass rush. And I definitely know that y'all are definitely edge heavy, and I really saw them under display towards the end of the season. So not bad.
Yeah, I think it's an A+. You considerably upgraded your coaching staff, and the added plus is Harbaugh has a lot of say when it comes to player acquisition, player and hiring. So he's kind of taking that away from Joe Shane a little bit. So that's an extra added plus for me. So I give it A+.
That's actually a very valid point. He's not just a head coach hire; it's basically a semi-front office hire. We've joked about this, that Joe Shane's just a puppet at this point, and whether he is or isn't, we don't know the inner workings of that front office, but you can definitely see Harbaugh's prints on this team more than you would have seen Shane's. Like, does Shane not take Maui Noah? Does he probably takes Caleb Downs, if we're being completely honest, which probably isn't a bad pick either, but I offensive line, that feels more of a John Harbaugh pick. So And look, clearly he brought half the Ravens, players with him too, like Isaiah Likely.
Let's get into that. So now we're going to talk about the Giants free agents. Very busy, that addressed quite a few things. So first free agent signing we had was Isaiah Likely, tight end from the Baltimore Ravens. He's signed on a 3-year deal, so we have him for a little while. One of my favorite signings of the offseason, Jordan Stout, punter, 3-year contract, making him the highest paid punter in the league currently. I love this because we have struggled on special teams with punting, kicking, you name it, for a very long time. I'm really excited to have Jordan Stout. That was not on my radar at all. Thought the Ravens would definitely retain him. So when that signing came through, that one was an A+ move for me. Next free agent signing, Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker, 3-year contract. As you guys know, we needed help in the linebacker department. Darnell Mooney, wide receiver, 1-year deal worth up to $10 million. So we'll see how he fares in camp and what goes on in the future when it comes to the wide receiver room there. Retaining Jermaine Illuminor for 3 more years. Solid right tackle that we needed to lock down, who had a really nice season for us last year. This was a good one. Another wide receiver, Calvin Austin III, a 1-year deal worth up to $4.5 million.
He's going to be your punt return specialist. He's going to be pretty good.
He is a slot receiver. So after losing Wandale, we kind of needed to get some depth there. So we'll see what happens where he ends up on the 53. This one, my all-time favorite move. Okay, guys, I totally forgot about this one. Evan Neal resigned to 1-year deal. Welcome back, big man. Welcome back. This is your last shot before you go flip burgers at the local McDonald's. Which
man. Now you can put Evan Neal. You can put New York Giants. Right guard on your Tinder
it's on the
account.
resume. It's on the resume. The
put
Tinder,
on
the LinkedIn. Yeah, let him cook.
All of it.
We'll see. Whatever, Evan Neal. Whatever. Another really fun signing from the Ravens, Pat Ricard, fullback. On a 2-year deal. So the Giants are going to be using a fullback. Him and Scadaboo are going to be really fun. They look like uncle and nephew. So that's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see. Pat Ricard's a really good blocker. So I'm excited to have him in our offense and see what role he has.
Theoretically, you could have a 3 running back formation with those 2 being blockers. Cam and oh my gosh, that would be chaos.
Hey, Harbaugh said he's building the bully in New York, so I like it. I mean, I like guys that want to block. I like guys that want to hit, and Ricard and Scadaboo, 2 guys that want to hit, so I'll take it. Another special teams addition, Jason Sanders, kicker. We do have a little kicker, thing happening, so I'm assuming whoever does better is going to get the spot on the roster. Like I said, as long as they can stay healthy. Graham Gano is off the team. I just need someone that can kick an extra point reliably. So we'll see how this one goes. Re-signed Isaiah Hodgins to a 1-year deal. Guy that's been on the team, has been pretty reliable through the Daniel Jones era. So I'm totally fine with this. Love Isaiah Hodgins for depth. He's been pretty reliable and a good guy for us. Safety, Ardarius Washington, 1-year deal from the Ravens. Most likely will replace Dane Belton, who also contributes on special teams. Greg Newsome, the second cornerback, which we need some cornerback depth, so veteran presence after losing Cordell Flott. Micah McFadden comes back after an injury on a 1-year prove-it deal. Good linebacker depth. Re-signed guard Aaron Stinney. Some depth on the line there. Safety Jason Pinnock returns home. I was really excited about this one. I think he did pretty well. He went to the Jets and then came back. Or I don't remember, but he's back, which is really great because he did pretty well for us 2 years ago. We re-signed guard Josh Azidu. Elijah Campbell, cornerback, we signed as well. This will be a special team signing. Cam Jones, linebacker, we signed, so more depth on the linebacker side. And we lost our long snapper in free agency, so we assigned a long snapper, Zach Triner. A lot of different positions addressed here. I think they did a really nice job getting some depth. Isaiah likely is going to be a day 1 starter. Jermaine Illuminor will be. Darnell Mooney will get some time. Tremaine Edmonds will be. Jordan Stout is a really big piece to the special teams puzzle. So I give the Giants an A- in free agency. What do you guys think?
I probably give it a B+. Yeah, I give it a B+. I think you guys did pretty good. I mean, Isaiah likely, it could turn into an A if likely is as good as we hope. We've never seen him in a true number 1. We'll see if he can actually do it. But I mean, look, I think the Greg Newsome thing is actually more of a steal, if I'm being honest. A lot of people wanted Greg Newsome. So, I'll give it a B+ for now. But subject to change based off the season.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that one. I will go B.
Same.
I will go B. It's subject to change. If Cam Scadaboo comes back healthy, your running back room is more secure. You don't have that legitimate receiver 2, but you have another weapon in Likely. So we'll see if he can be like that versatile tight end that kind of plays in the slot or outside. We'll see. But, it could change. That grade can fluctuate, but I'm gonna go right now with a B.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right around a B plus. You have guys to fill in void, but you also have some guys that can actually gain starter status, and Newsom definitely can do that. I could actually see Austin up there as well. I know he was like around a wide receiver 2 at Pittsburgh, but he's more than just special teams. I can see him playing in the slot, helping out Dart, and just kind of he's got yak ability, but he can also take the top off the defense. So overall, I like it as a hire as well as Newsom, but also you signed Tremaine Edmonds, where linebacker was a big weakness for you guys, but at the same time, y'all were able to upgrade that a little bit. And not only that, but kind of building your edge room too with the versatile linebackers that can go sideline to sideline. So,
Yeah.
Yep. So speaking of upgrading the linebacker room, let's go to the draft. I know we did this grade recently, but I'll just run through it quickly. So with the number 5 overall pick, the Giants drafted Arvell Reese, linebacker from Ohio State. Was initially in the running to go number 2 overall to the Jets, but fell to the Giants and they scooped him up. So he will be in the room with Edmonds and Micah McFadden. Number 10 overall pick, Francis Mauigoa, offensive lineman, who is most likely going to be playing right guard next to Jermaine Illuminor. Number 37, Colton Hood, cornerback from Tennessee. I most likely think he will be in the mix to start. Let's see how he does in camp. Round 3, number 74, Malachi Fields, wide receiver from Notre Dame. Number 186, Bobby Jamison-Travis, defensive tackle from Auburn. Number 192, J.C. Davis, offensive lineman from Illinois. 193, Jack Kelly, linebacker, BYU. Went for a lot of depth in the later rounds. I had given my draft an A- grade. So between the coaching hires, the free agency, and the draft, I give the Giants an A- for their offseason. Of course, subject to change based on how things go this season. But on paper, that's what I got.
All right. I'll go first this time. Draft, I give you guys. I don't remember what I gave you actually for your draft, but I think it was like a B plus or A minus. Yeah, that's
I
what
think we
agreed
gave.
on.
I think we gave her
A-minus.
an A-. Yeah,
It was A minus. Yeah, I thought you guys had a great draft, especially acquiring a second first round pick. I think you guys drafted the guy you needed with Malagoa. Of course, Downs would have been like the sizzle pick, but you guys made the right move there. That was a John Harbaugh move. That's what he does. So, overall, your off season, I give it. I mean, you're going in the right direction. I will say that. I give it like a B plus plus. That's the thing.
Okay. So yeah, I would say draft. I said A- before. I'll say that again. A-. Off season as a whole. Let's see here. I gave it 2 A- and then a B plus. Average that out. That's still an A-. So I'm going to give you guys an A- for the off season.
I'll give y'all a B plus overall. Y'all are definitely moving in the right direction. Definitely gonna be a different team, but also one that's gonna have a foundation to go with it. So not bad with what y'all have done.
Sweet. Now, I guess I'll be first for team news since we've already been talking about the Giants. I don't have much. The only thing that I have so far is the confirmed Week 1 matchup against JT's Dallas Cowboys at MetLife Stadium. Harbaugh's first game will be at home. Tale as old as time. Not really shocked. Hopefully different result than 2 years ago. But we'll see. But yeah, that's what I got. Some fans are excited, some are not. In the end, we got to play them twice anyway, so is what it is, whether we do it week 1, week 5, week 10, whatever. So I think it'll be exciting for primetime game to open up the season for both me and Earl. I don't know your thoughts on it, Earl, but that's really what I got for the Giants, if you kind of wanted to add on to that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Set the tone.
All right.
The NFL is really high on the Cowboys this year. I will say that.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
With the national
Ain't
games.
worried about what they think.
All right, fair enough.
JT's all about business, guys. But let's we'll look. We'll let JT have his moment. But let's switch to the Commanders now. Commanders, in terms of news, we did re-sign one of our own free agents from last year, Hamilton Senior. What is it, Anthony Hamilton? Anthony Hamilton Senior. Look, longtime vet, good depth piece, good special teams guy. I don't hate it. I liked him when he played for us last year in limited role. Good depth piece. We need depth on the cornerback room. So yeah, I'm okay with it. Not a starter. Don't need him to be. He's a 10-year pro. Do what he needs to do, right? Mm-hmm. So there's that. And then just two rumor-ish more things. We finally heard from Brandon Ayuk in a while, and first off, he doesn't look nearly as overweight as he did in the last picture. He looks in pretty good shape, and then on top of that, he's flashing his money. So I guess he's living his best life. We'll see if the 49ers will release him. And I think there's a way that they lose leverage, and I'm about to tell you why. If the Commanders sign another free agent, then like another free agent wide receiver, then any leverage that the 49ers think that they have on them in terms of negotiating a trade for Ayuk is gone because they don't need Ayuk. In that regard, I do want to note that a local guy has recently said he'll be looking into the Commanders, and there has been rumors that the Commanders are on top of his list. I am of course referring to Stephon Diggs, local DMV guy.
Oh boy.
Now, I will say, personality-wise, he does not fit the team. I wouldn't be surprised if the front office is not interested, but he's interested, and he does fulfill a need on the field. On the field, he is not a problem. It's just off the field where he makes all the wrong decisions in the world. Ask his Viking teammates. None of them would let them date their sisters. It's that simple. I don't need to get into anything else regarding it. If you wouldn't let your bro date your sister, then we got a problem here. But overall, I will say this. The guy knows how to play football. With Drake May and the Pats last year, guess what? He had 1,000 yards at like 32 years old. He's going to be 33. I don't need him to be number one. He can be number two. And guess what? If the Commanders sign him, then the 49ers lose any leverage that they had on Brandon Ayuk. You can probably cut him after June 1st. And then guess what? I wouldn't be bad if they signed Brandon Ayuk on top of Stephon Diggs. Why not, right?
Lucas,
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Take away the name. Take away the name. If I told you the Washington Commanders are signing a 33-year-old wide receiver, what would you say?
What was his stats from last year? 1,000 yards? Yeah, I'll do that.
Wan'Dale Robinson's were too. Did you want to sign him?
I mean, look. I don't think we needed Wan'Dale for different reasons, but like...
But that's
different
for
reasons.
You just asked me to, look, you said take away the name.
Yeah, but see, Maurice. So if I said, Lucas, I'm going to give you a random 1,000-yard. You just signed a random 1,000-yard receiver. You're just going to be excited about that because then if it's Wan'Dale Robinson, you're going to be like, well.
I have to think about it a little bit more, but.
Well, my point is that at 33 years old, you can easily see a decline.
Look, and that's why it's a 1-year deal, 1-year prove it to me deal. That's it.
But Lucas, question.
He's a stopgap.
Question for you.
Yeah.
How would Stephon Diggs be an impact in the wide receiver room, especially when you got a guy McLaurin?
Okay.
And both are getting up there in age. Where do you think you see Diggs like fitting in this wide receiver
I see
room?
him like switch. I mean, it depends really on what he has left, obviously, but like I see him as either number 2 or number 3 in the wide receiver room. I still think Terry's number 1. It's between him and Antonio Williams who gets number 2. And then obviously if Brandon Ayuk comes in there, that's a completely different story. We got to figure out that equation too. But I think if you add both, regardless, I don't think if you add one of those guys, Diami's not making the roster. And then if you add both of those guys, then you have to have a conversation about Treylon Burks. Okay.
And then you also got Lane and McCaffrey.
You drafted Lane and McCaffrey. You're not waiving them for one of those two veterans. You signed Burks as a free agent. Granted, it has worked out well so far, but you have less invested in Burks. I can see them letting him go versus letting one of those two guys go.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's my thoughts. Like I said, not too many big news besides Anthony Hamilton Sr. returning to the team. Let me make sure I got that name right, because I'm pretty sure it's Anthony Hamilton. I just gosh, he's a depth piece. So hang on, let me double check that. I'll take this out if I need to.
It's also a
And while you do that, Mal, what are your thoughts on Odell Beckham coming in for a workout?
Come, bring him. I want him to end his career here.
Okay. Yeah, it was Anthony Hamilton. Okay.
Yeah, I want him. I want him to come. I want him to come and give it his best shot. And he says that he's been working and that he can still play. Hey, listen, man, come through, prove yourself. If you can make the roster, by all means, and come finish in the team that drafted you. That we kind of lost you in a way that sort of sucked. So I'm down. Like I said, he can. I'm open arms to Odell.
I think it would be like the perfect vibes for the season too.
Mm-hmm. When they say like that's family, Odell's family. Like he's always welcome in my eyes.
Especially now that you have a head coach that really has a good connection with him too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes sense. But we'll see. I mean, I don't think Odell played last year, did he?
No. It would have been the icing on the cake, though. And I mean, screw him. But if Saquon was still here, they're very close friends. It would have been better if he would have reunited when Saquon was still on the team. But hey, listen, life takes us in crazy ways, and Saquon decided to go down the turnpike to that bird team. So
yeah, okay, well, yeah.
Right.
So Maurice, you're up next. I would love to hear about the autism thing that the Eagles did recently.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Before that, one thing I did not mention last week, and people are curious about this. People ask me all the time that are not Eagles fans or from Philadelphia. They ask me, who is Big Dom? They re-signed Big Dom to a new contract.
Did they? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
what is his actual job title?
Well, he's basically head of security.
Okay, 10-4.
But he does other things too. He's like the do-it-all, the Mr. Fix-It of the organization.
Respect to Big Dom. He showed up at the hospital for Cam Scattaboo when he broke his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a
That
really
was
good
lit.
dude.
I
Really
love
good
Big Dom because he got a flag during a game one time, which I found I was
ejected.
Yeah. I love it.
See,
he's basically your guys' mascot now.
See, Big
Philadelphia
Dom,
Big Doms.
He's our mascot.
Maurice, Big Dom reminds me of Happy from Iron Man.
Yo, he does.
Yes.
Kind of does, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that one. I could see that one. Yeah, he's the chief security officer, game day coaching operations, head of game day coaching operations. He's a senior advisor to the GM. He does player resources, which is basically helps with the player welfare, and a culture management. He's in culture management. I don't even know what that means.
So in other words, he's Happy from Iron Man.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very important piece of the Philadelphia Eagles organization. I forget that he's been there for a while. He was there when Andy Reid was there, so.
Oh, okay.
He's been there for a while.
Been there for a minute.
Besides that, Lucas did mention the Philadelphia Eagles, and they do this every year. Jeffrey Lurie is a big proponent of the Eagles. He's a big proponent of autism. So the Philadelphia Eagles Autism Challenge raised more than $16 million for research and care programs.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's really, really awesome. Over 6,000 participants, nearly 40,000 donations worldwide. 1% of the participant raised funds will be invested in groundbreaking research being conducted around the globe. So, great thing for the Eagles to do. Love it every year. It seems like every year it just goes up. So, more power to Jeffrey Lurie. Well done.
See, and that's what millionaires need to be doing with their money, doing stuff like that.
Yes.
And instead of my bozo owner, but whatever.
To be fair, my owner has been ducking paying the luxury tax in basketball and hasn't been filling out the full salary cap in football since for a while now. In his defense, he's building 2 stadiums at once. But
well,
still,
maybe he should focus.
Maybe he should sell one of those teams. Maybe he should sell.
Maybe he should. Yeah.
Maybe he should. But we're getting off track. This isn't the Sixers Sense podcast. Not yet.
Right. We move on to JT. What you got?
I didn't talk about it last week, but we had the rookie camp.
Oh yeah,
and that wasn't bad at all. I got a chance to see some rookies out there playing, and from what I'm hearing, Caleb Downs got the defense down pat. I wouldn't see him not having it down pat, but overall, I think he's really building on his knowledge, and it's a perfect fit for him and Christian Parker, and I'm glad that he's wearing the star. He also had a jersey change. He's wearing number 13 now, leading down the list down to get his number 2. So at some point in time, it'll happen. But for right now, he's number 13. And that's pretty much it with my news, except we know about the 3 games that was leaked. Week 1, Sunday Night Football, New York Giants. Perfect. Love it. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of element of surprises. Can't wait for that.
I have a fun hypothetical trolling question for you, Earl.
Oh boy.
And I want an honest reaction out of you. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's week 1. Okay. It's Giants, Cowboys, classic Sunday Night Football. Odell Beckham returns to the team. He makes the roster, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Odell Beckham burns Caleb Downs for a 50-yard touchdown. What's your reaction?
There's nothing.
What do you do? What do you do?
There's nothing. He getting clamped.
No. I'm not. No.
Oh, you saying hypothetical?
Let's say it hypothetically happened. What would be your reaction?
I might post a video.
I do want to note that during the Super Bowl with the Seattle Super Bowl when they didn't run the ball, I had to maybe stop JT from throwing the remote at the TV.
Oh yeah, that was like the angriest you ever got.
Well, I love running backs, and when you don't give the ball to your best player on the field to win you back-to-back Super Bowl, it just, you would feel a certain type of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even a Seahawks fan, but it just made me feel sideways after that. But if that did happen, I would question
everything.
It was a blown coverage, because then at that point, where was the safety?
True.
Because Downs allegedly will be playing the nickel, so if you got Beckham in the slot, okay, but well, whoever in the back didn't do their job. So,
and like I said, totally hypothetical. Most likely wouldn't happen.
A video would be posted right after that.
That's what
it was about 15 seconds.
I feel like or JT would crash out like Mr. Darby in the Key and Peele substitute.
I would definitely tag all the Dallas Cowboys Twitters and be like, I'm gonna let him know. But if he makes the team, so be it. It'll be fun.
He makes the team.
If he even gets
by the way, I do need to do a correction. I was wrong. It wasn't Anthony Hamilton. It was Antonio Hamilton. I do apologize for that.
Yeah, I was wondering. Like,
Anthony Hamilton is the singer.
The singer?
Yeah.
The singer?
No. Okay.
Amazing.
So, guys, I do want to note that a lot of our team's rookie numbers and free agency numbers came out within the past week. So, what are your guys' honest reaction? What was your favorite free agency and or rookie number? And what was your least favorite free agency and rookie number? Because, like Rio Robinson says, friend of the podcast,
I'm going to be
matter.
so for real with you. They don't to me. I don't know why people stress about
Nobody cares about that except for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
JT, you care about it, though,
right?
I
haven't even looked. I know people
I wish
do
I could
care
get
about
through my
it.
Team news, but this
go ahead.
My bad. I thought you were done. My bad.
I asked the hypothetical.
Go ahead.
All right, we already know about week 3 with the Ravens, but also on Turkey Day, Thanksgiving Day.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
NFC East rivalry. Eagles versus Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Man, thank you, NFL. Like,
let's just
I'm
hope
just
this time.
topping off the list and everything.
Let's just hope this
That's all
time
I can say.
Jalen Carter
Perfect.
doesn't spit at the quarterback.
Yeah, that was crazy last. Jalen Carter's a little crazy. I'm just going to say that he's a little crazy, man. He slapped Tyler Biotish in the face and almost made him fall down during the playoffs. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Well, I mean, Biotish would trip over an ant too.
Well, he ain't our center anymore.
It's wrong, but overall, we got a couple of banger games on prime time, and I really like it because it shows like, okay, they're understanding, they're respecting what the NFC East can truly do. So I'm looking forward to week 1 because that's going to be element of surprise because you got a new head coach and a new regime, and you got a new defensive coordinator, young defensive coordinator, and Christian Parker. So we're going to see how everything combines with that and see if that offense for Dallas is still what it was last season. But also we got the Ravens in Brazil. That's going to be a 3:30 game, pretty much a 4 game on CBS. And then Thanksgiving, Eagles and Cowboys. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Woo!
Solid feast.
Apparently, we did not. I don't think we're going to get any holiday games this year after last
Maybe
year.
Christmas.
Man, I mean, we do have the red for, Santa Claus, ho, 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 right?
I mean, we had it last season. No, bring it back.
You guys are debuting a black
jersey. I actually do
jersey.
like having Cowboys and Commanders play on Christmas.
I say you guys want to play
it also
on Black
affects
Friday.
watching basketball games on Christmas too.
Yeah, I do like my NBA on the wrong podcast to be talking about this. Gosh,
Yes,
You guys are going to
we
Black
gotta
Friday.
stop talking about basketball right now.
I have one more thing of news for the Cowboys, and then I'll digress. Got some tragic news where Cowboys legend Craig Morton passed away at the age of 83. He's the quarterback that started for the Cowboys in the Super Bowl as well as the Denver Broncos, where he went up against the Cowboys back in the 70s. So I would just like to send prayers and spiritual hugs of comfort to the Morton family through this time. Craig Morton, he was a really good guy, and he's definitely a legend. So R.I.P.
Absolutely.
I digress.
Yep. All right. I mean, obviously Thursday is going to be. This is coming out Wednesday morning, so Thursday will be when the schedule releases, and we've gotten plenty of leaks. I'm not worried. I don't really want to talk about that right now. Let's save that for a solo episode.
Wait a minute. I do want to talk about around the league schedule.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's talk about other stuff around the league besides the schedule stuff.
Well, I did want to mention the strength of schedule, if anybody cares about that.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about that. That's fine.
Yeah, so the Bears have the hardest schedule.
Good.
Miami, Arizona, Green Bay, and Cleveland got the hardest
I
schedules.
don't like Caleb Williams.
Wait,
I need him to suffer.
You don't like him? Why?
Because
what strength of schedule do Washington have?
Yeah.
So in the division, the Commanders have the hardest schedule.
That makes
Really?
sense.
0.50%. The Giants is right next to them at 49%.
Where's Dallas?
Dallas is at 43%. They're at 49% as well. 49.3.
Is that like the fourth hardest?
In the division, third. The Eagles have the easiest schedule in the division.
Why do you guys get the easiest? That's some bull.
It's really close, though. It's really close, though.
Are you sure about that?
I did. I had the hardest schedule last year.
had the hardest.
No, you didn't. I did.
Last
year.
When it was all said and done, the Eagles had the hardest schedule because they played a lot of teams. They played teams like Denver. That was really good, but
so did the Giants.
Denver.
So did the Cowboys.
Well, all right. But the Eagles
we all had a hard schedule. None of us won the bowl, so clearly we couldn't get through it.
Yeah. So besides that, around the league, I mean, we're gonna know what the schedule is when it comes out Thursday. Rams play the 49ers.
Just when we're gonna play them.
Rams play the 49ers in Melbourne, Australia. There was actually some rumors going around that the Eagles are going to play in London against Jacksonville. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but we'll see.
It's not going to be us. We're not doing back-to-backs in London.
Jacksonville could move to London because I feel like they play there every year.
I honestly think they should.
At this point, why not?
No, because they have a new stadium that's in the works. And,
that's right, they do. Yeah,
it's nice. I give them credit.
Lions,
Bills have their new stadium.
They opened up their stadium week 2.
Bills debut their stadium. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a dome or is it like a partial
No.
dome?
So it's open.
No dome.
It's open.
But they
have like a heating system at the top to help with the snow in case it.
I think they need a
overbearing.
dome.
But man, who you telling? But Buffalo loves their snow, so
They do.
let them
They
have
do.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals at Falcons in Madrid, Spain, week 9. So
Okay.
the league is going worldwide. I'm not the biggest fan of all the international games. Maybe 1 or 2 a season. But at this point, we're getting like 10 international games a year.
I think they're trying to get to
More
so
money.
like not to bring up basketball again, but the
But break
NBA
it
is
up.
starting their own Euro League. I think the NFL sees that and they were like, you know what? Let's see if we can build the popularity in this enough to
It's
where we
different,
can have our own.
man. I don't. It's different. I mean,
I just
don't
think
know.
they're trying to get worldwide outreach. Like, I think they want more fans.
I mean, first of
Well,
all,
then go to one of the most densely populated countries. That's India and China.
well, first of all, if you go over there, football is a completely different sport.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know that.
Hey, don't even-
we would we know that.
So it's the reason why they call it American football.
Yeah. You're Americans and your football, and it's not round, and it's not
By the
not
way,
white and black.
by the way, Philly is one of the hosting countries of the World Cup. The tickets are astronomical.
I can imagine.
Yeah, people are going to make
New
a come
York
up
is
on that.
hosting the final, so that's going to be
Yeah.
interesting.
My
Hopefully-
my sister
yeah.
lives in Massachusetts. She has I get to go to a wedding in the summer, and it's after the World Cup. But let me tell you, still finding lodging even after the World Cup was very difficult.
Oh yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
insane. And she doesn't even live she lives in Massachusetts, but she lives like I think like 2 hours from Boston or Gillette Stadium, and that's still going to be a problem.
Hmm.
Well,
Like I think we were only able to find one Airbnb that made sense. So yeah, no, World Cup for sure. I need to know if I need to crash out next episode or during my solo episode whether or not I can go to a Commanders game for my birthday. Got to figure that out.
Only time will tell.
Only time
Yeah,
will tell. But
Thursday.
that's not Thursday night. All right. Let's do our socials. Let's get into it. JT, you're up first.
Yes, and also a fact, you didn't post the Who's That Football Player, sir.
Did
Yeah,
I
I couldn't
not?
find it.
You did not. But
Oh.
this is a special one. I'm going to do the Who's That Football Player and throw a question out for y'all. All right.
okay.
I made the graphic. I must have just forgot. I'm sorry.
You forgot to post it, sir.
It's
all
okay. I
good.
forgot
It's
to
all
tell
good.
Maurice to make a poll question as well. So
Well, I got a question for y'all after I do this real quick.
So
think
hold
you'll
up.
like
Are we
this
gonna
one.
do this if we didn't post it? I don't feel
He's
like
Yeah,
that's
we're
fair.
freestyling.
gonna run it. We freestyling it.
Oh, so
Yep.
this is not one that we're posting. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw you a bone for this one.
Okay.
It's time for a special Who's That Football Player? I wonder if you'll know. This player in the 2004 season with the Washington Redskins had 1 pass deflection, 81 tackles, 65 of them were solo, 16 were assists, and 2 tackles for loss. This player's career awards is a 1-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champ. Maurice, Mal, and Lucas, who's that football player?
So I'm gonna post this after we're done answering this question.
That's totally fine.
I did not think about this because I didn't post it, so I'm going to go off the top of my head. I don't even remember if this guy played for the team at this time.
But
But
we're
the
going to
first-
hold on. Maurice.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't singing no tune for you. You got this. See if you can handle this pressure.
Was Darryl Green still on the team at that time?
Only
he
a
wouldn't have
one-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's wrong. And he was more one-time Super Bowl champion. And he was probably like 50 at that point.
I don't know if that was a comment or a shot.
Yeah.
Take it as you will.
Wait, it was a one-time Pro Bowler.
One-time
Super-
Pro Bowler, one-time All-Pro.
Was he a
one
Pro
time
Bowl?
Super Bowl champ and Pro Bowler.
Was
Okay.
he a Pro Bowler that year?
No, to confirm or deny.
Did he win the Super Bowl with the? Well, no, he couldn't have.
No,
Can
to
you go over
confirm or
the
deny.
stats one more time?
I sure can. 1 pass deflection, 81 total tackles, 65 of them were solo, 2 tackles for loss.
And a
What?
one-time
I want to
Pro
say.
Bowler.
I think it's
Because
a linebacker.
in
Yeah,
04, in 04, the Redskins only had one Pro Bowler.
I'm sorry for 2004.
It was an offensive lineman, though,
Yeah, I
Mm.
think it was Chris Samuels.
Chris Samuels.
Yeah,
I'm thinking LeVar Arrington.
Is that what you want to go with, Maurice?
That's my final answer.
he had more than
Okay.
one Pro Bowl.
I'm
Did he?
going.
He
I
locked
don't
it
know.
in. He locked it in.
I locked
Wow.
it in. I locked it in. I stand on it.
10 toes.
Pass deflection. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Go with the player. Go with your first instinct.
Well, it wasn't the lineman I was thinking of, so I don't even remember who was on the team in 04.
I'm trying to remember. I think I know who did. Well, no, did he make a Pro Bowl though, or a Super Bowl? Nah, you wouldn't do that, would you? You might.
I don't know, man.
I have one question. Was this player traded in season?
No, to confirm or deny.
Come on,
He's not
dude.
going to answer you.
I'm not going to answer you, dude. I want you to expand on this knowledge.
I don't think it. I was gonna say Rocky McIntosh, but I don't think he ever won a Super Bowl or was a Pro Bowl.
It could have been with another team, right?
Yeah, it could have been. See, that's why I'm kind of thinking Champ Bailey, but I know he had more Pro Bowls than just one.
Mal, who you got?
Did Sean Taylor have more than one Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he never won a Super Bowl.
Okay. I don't know.
Ooh, was Jason Taylor on the team at that point?
You want to go with LeVar Arrington?
I'm going with that. I'm piggybacking off Maurice.
What you got? What you got, Lucas? What you got, brother?
My brain is mush.
I can't remember if... No, Jason Taylor had more than one Pro Bowl and never got a
Yeah.
Super Bowl. It can't be Jason Taylor. I think Taylor was on the team in 2007 anyway.
What has he got under
It's not
pressure?
LeVar Arrington because Arrington had more than one Pro Bowl and he never got a Super Bowl. It can't be him.
All right, what you got, dog?
It's not
I need answers.
Rocky McIntosh. I think Champ Bailey had more than one Pro Bowl. You know what? I know this is wrong, but I'll say it anyway because I don't know what else I can really think of here. LaRon Landry.
LaRon Landry?
Yeah.
Boy, I got all y'all. This was a perfect one. You may not remember this, but it was actually Ryan Clark.
Oh, that's a cheat. That's
Oh,
a
really?
cheat.
Bam!
Dang.
He's right. Clark was an undrafted free agent on our team. And then he went
Bobby
to the
with a good
Steelers, and then he
one.
came back towards the end of his career.
Yep.
Wow.
Mhm.
You see, people forget that he was an undrafted free agent by us at first.
That was a good one. That was a good one, JT.
That was a really
That
good.
was good.
That was a
So
good
he
one.
got
went
good.
safety. That was a safety. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yes. But here's the bonus question. I used to play football. I played multiple positions. I had a jersey number. I'm going to have y'all answer which jersey number I wore. I played defensive end, middle linebacker, offensive line, safety. Number 10, number 5, number 30. No, wait, hold on. Number 10, 89, 5, 55.
55.
Yeah,
Maurice?
55.
You said 5,
10, 55, and 89.
I'm gonna go 5.
5? What you got, Lucas?
55.
It was number 89.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Yep. I have a picture to
Yes.
prove it.
So basically, you had a receiver number, even though you played more defense.
And I ain't play hardly any offense.
That's
Except
crazy.
on the line, which was crazy work.
A linebacker with
That's
number
good.
89 is crazy.
That'd be like me asking you guys what my high school basketball number was.
00.
But one of the numbers that I did answer is my favorite number.
His favorite number.
Your
is
favorite number
55.
has to be 55.
It's actually number 5.
Oh.
Oh, because of Don McNabb, right?
No.
Yep.
Ew. I ain't like
Walked
that dude.
into that one.
No.
Oh man.
All right. Okay. So, we did have a poll question. I'll check to see if we had any responses
I
on.
didn't see any.
I posted. I think we had one or two on TikTok. Give me a second here.
Shout out TikTok.
Which of the Washington Commanders UDFAs do you think will make the final roster?
So we had 3 responses, and John Christian said the last draft I paid attention to, the Redskins picked Chase Young. Oof, it's tough.
Okay.
John Christian also said, "Oh, okay, never mind." He was just clarifying himself. Jeffrey Chrisis said Drew Stevens.
Okay.
Look, I'll be talking about Drew Stevens next week. Don't worry about that, Mr. Jeffrey. But until that time,
You got it covered.
I got you. And then I think somebody commented on TikTok and YouTube as well. Let me pull that up. I don't think we had any comments on Facebook. Mal, do you want to check that?
No, yeah, we didn't. I checked Twitter and Facebook.
Okay. So I got you. No, YouTube. I don't want premium. Stop asking me. I ain't made of that type of money. Ain't nobody got time for premium. Let's see here. Did we get no comments? Okay, so yeah, that's it. So Drew Stevens. Look, I'll be talking about Drew Stevens next week. Don't worry about that, guys. So now we're gonna do our trivia question. Mal, this was a Giants one. I hope you're ready for this. So Mal, Francis Malignot was the most recent University of Miami player to be drafted by the Giants. But who was the last player to be drafted out of Miami by New York before him?
You want me to answer first?
I'll go to Maurice first.
Why does everybody go to me first?
Happy birthday.
All right, thank you. I think I know this one. It's Eric Flowers, right?
You say Eric Flowers, okay?
Mm.
Okay, JT, who do you say? All right, Mal, who do you say?
I'm going Eric Flowers as well.
Ha! I got you all.
Hmm?
It's actually R.G. McIntosh, or is it McIntosh, or how do you say his name? It's R.J. McIntosh, yeah. 139th pick in the 2019 draft, and was a D tackle.
I don't even know who that guy is.
Did he make the team?
He got stats on the team, dude. He's on the team.
He was like a depth piece.
He played for 2 seasons. Yeah.
Very insignificant. But Eric Flowers was the last one to actually, be memorable.
I was about to say, he wasn't good, but he was memorable.
No, he was memorable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Man, I might have to add him in the Who's That Football Player archive in the future.
No, don't steal my thunder.
All right, you got that one, Lucas.
All right, I got that one. I did
job.
have somebody
Kudos.
comment. I actually had quite a few people comment. Isaiah _X45 said Eric Flowers. Sorry, Isaiah. I tricked you. And then on TikTok, I think I had quite a few people actually respond to that. They actually really like that one. We got 1,000 views on that one. We had 6 responses. Tim Cullion S said flowers. Tommy Z911 said I say flowers as well.
All right, so when you
Reaper
mentioned
said Macintosh.
when
Reaper,
you said
good job.
Malgoa, I think people perceived it as a first round.
First round.
First round.
No, I didn't say first round. I just said first. I just said Miami player. Context reading, context clues are important.
That is true.
Muck
I don't even
_
talk about
rabbit
reading.
_ 33430 said Jesse Armistead. And Frank Rivera, I wonder if any relation to Ron, said Jeremy Shockey.
Jeremy
So-
Shockey was from Miami. He was.
Yeah.
That was a minute ago.
Yeah,
The
that was a minute ago.
2001 Miami
Yeah.
season.
All right.
Unforgettable.
And on that note, I think we have pretty much everything done. I don't think we had any. Did we have a Hotmail question answer this week, Maurice? I know I posted it.
I don't. You posted it kind of late, but yeah.
Hey,
Don't think so.
I am a full-time working single dad. Well, I can't say
I
single
know.
anymore.
I don't
have
think
a
we got
girlfriend, but-
anything on there.
Okay, well,
Actually,
that's fine.
my phone died, so I can't even answer it.
Yo, your phone died, dang. All right, on that note, and Maurice's phone being dead, I'm going to let Mal play us out.
All right. Thank you all for listening to this week's episode of the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Schedule drop is this Thursday, so we will be putting out individual episodes, and our individual episodes are YouTube exclusive. You have NYG Forecast with me, Barbershop Talk with JT, DC Football 101 with Lucas, and Philly Cookin' with Maurice. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to see that exclusive content. Make sure you follow us on all of our socials, as well as Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, and Amazon at 14 Rings and NFC East Podcasts. Bye, y'all, and go Big Blue.
Raise
Raise.
hell.
DC for life. Blessings. Much love.